Hi guys, today we're going to be talking about Colleen Ballinger and her dark past. So recently, Colleen Ballinger has been in a lot of controversy after many videos started resurfacing.
The first thing I want to talk about is something that is weighing the heaviest on my heart right now. A video has resurfaced of my sister and I from 14 years ago. We were teenagers, and in this video we are doing characters that are Latina, and the characters are completely based on racial stereotypes. It is not funny and it is completely hurtful. I am so ashamed and embarrassed that I ever thought this was okay. I was a sheltered teenager who...
Here's a small clip of the video that resurfaced. The full video is 2 minutes long, and it's just them saying tacos and very disturbing things.
She just got promoted to the drive-thru, so she talks to the people.
Your eyebrows look especially good today.
I know today is because I have like the natural hair coming through. You're like looking at your own image and it's like funny.
Jason, I'm looking at myself because I think I look pretty today.
Man, I am so good. Look at how even my eyebrows are today.
Your eyebrows look really good. I ran out of eyeliner today, so I had to use a Sharpie.
Oh, you had to use a Sharpie?
Sometimes you need to use eyeliner and a lip liner because it
the lip liner attracts the men to the lips, and that's all I want to kiss, you know. And then also sometimes if you leave hair in your eyebrow and don't pluck it out, it makes your eyebrows look more natural when you pencil them in.
Yes,
with the
it's true. It's a little trick we learned because most girls just shave it all off.
No, that's
stupid. And then they just pencil it on, but it's like if you...
So in her video where she addresses everything, she explains that she made these racist comments 14 years ago. She says that she was a teenager and this was just all a mistake. So, if you think about it, 14 years ago is not a teenager. Colleen Ballinger is right now 33 years old. And if you think about it, 14 years ago, she would have been 19 years old. And that means she's an adult. While addressing everything, she explains how this character was supposed to be a Latina stereotype, and she explains that it was not funny. Many people in the comments have had mixed thoughts. Some people say that since she didn't cry, this makes her seem very mature, while others say that she didn't cry because she didn't care. After uploading this video, she has received a lot of hate comments and supportive comments. Here are some. So moving on further into the video, she explains another topic that has resurfaced on the internet.
And a man came and sat at the window, and I was on the aisle, and I was like, that's okay, still have the middle seat, like, open, hopefully no one can move. So then they're about to close the doors to the airplane, and who walks on? An extremely obese Asian woman with facial hair, and she walks on, and I'm like, please don't sit next to me, please don't sit next to me. And I turn around, and there are no open seats on the plane, so of course she comes and sits right next to me, and on me. Her, like, fat rolls are, like, rolling over onto me. Like, so I'm like this in my chair. I couldn't lean my chair back because we were taking off. So I had my blanket like in my face, and she was all over my, like, she was like, her body was engulfing my body. It was really awful. Did you survive?
Here's Colleen talking a little bit about it.
Recently that I want to address, and it's a video that I filmed 12 years ago where I talk about taking a flight and an overweight woman sat next to me, and I talk really negatively about her, and it's awful. And I watched this clip and I was appalled and shocked that those things were coming out of my mouth 12 years ago, because that is not the woman who I am today. I'm such a huge advocate for women and women's bodies and loving every shape and every size, and the fact that I talked negatively about someone who was overweight is absolutely disgusting to me.
After I listened to all of this, it made me feel like she shouldn't have put those cuts in between each line, because it seems kind of rehearsed, like reading from a script. When she explains how she feels ashamed and embarrassed, it doesn't really seem like it's coming from her heart. So after talking about her flight situation, she talks about another topic. Here's a little clip.
That one right there.
Yeah, there's a scar over here. It looks like a dimple. And how I got this scar was I was playing in the backyard as a little girl. I think I was like 3 or 4. And we had this dog who was a big, scary dog. I have like temper tantrums still to this day, and I have like anger management problems. There are times where I'm just like, "Argh!" and I just feel like I need to hit something or like scream in a pillow. Oh my gosh. You are so disgusted with me right now. But back when I was a little kid, I didn't know how to control it, where now I'm like, oh, I'm so annoyed, I need a beer, which is not healthy. I used to like actually like rip things up or get angry. So I grabbed my dog for no reason, just grabbed the dog and pinched its skin and dug my nails into it. The dog yelps, turns around to protect itself, and bites me in the face. And I got stitches. I went to the hospital, and they were like, "What happened?" And I was like, "The dog just bit me." And then they had to put the dog to sleep because the dog was dangerous to be around. So I murdered a dog.
That's really sad.
After watching this, let me show you the video she actually filmed.
When in reality, when our dog was put down, I was really upset. And over the years, I have addressed this a few times in videos talking about how guilty I feel, how upset I am that this happened. Still to this day, as a 33-year-old woman, I feel guilty that our dog had to be put down for biting me. But in this clip, I talk about the story in a very dramatic, silly way, because sometimes, unfortunately, I use humor to talk about things that are actually extremely painful for me. And this is an example of that. To anyone and everyone who is hurt or offended by the statements I made when I was younger, I am so sorry.
So after posting her addressing video, it's kind of odd how she chose to post this on her vlog channel with 3 million subscribers instead of her main channel, which is close to 9 million. We know that she's been shadow banning a lot of her comments, and in certain posts, her comment section seemed virtually unaware any scandal was happening. This clearly isn't a vlog. Seems like she just intended for 1/3 of her fans to see this and forgive her, and for the drama channels to stop mentioning her. However, I do believe it is a good thing that she took responsibility for her actions and she didn't use her age or how long ago it was and made it as an excuse. It seems to break many people's hearts that Colleen would say stuff like this. She is such an unproblematic person until now. Based on where this is going, it doesn't seem too unlikely that Colleen may be cancelled. Anyways, that's all the tea for now. What do you guys think about this whole situation?